Thanks, guys. The men's basketball program is coming off a much-needed win against Southern after dropping 4 straight. And next on the slate for the Hawkeyes is the Hy-Vee Classic, where the Hawks will head to Des Moines to face Drake.
We've been following a little bit of their games, seeing that they're playing some good teams and, they're challenging them, and so it'll be a good contest for us.
Obviously, anytime you play in-state school, it's going to be a different feel of the game. They're obviously coming off. We're playing a lot of good teams this year, so they're getting a lot of experience playing high-major teams and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's always a different feel when you're playing an in-state rival like Drake or UNI or Iowa State. So we know they're going to be coming ready to play.
I've watched a lot of tape on them. I mean, they played really well against Wake Forest, really well against Colorado. Really impressed with their team. And they got a veteran club. They're playing that way. They move the ball, they share it. Got a lot of guys making threes, a lot of guys making plays. They play small, but it doesn't seem to affect them on the glass like you think it would. They're in there battling. So I've been really impressed. So what happened last night was not a shock to me.
The matchup will take place this Saturday at 1 p.m. in Wells Fargo Arena. Now, the Iowa women's basketball team did make it in the top 25 rankings this week and are now ready to take on their in-state rival, Northern Iowa. Here's what the team had to say about the game.
So right now it's finals week, so we're kind of grinding it out right now with practice and getting ready for exams, but we're really excited to get back at it, take UNI on the road. I think it's going to be, another in-state rival, because it's going to be a good game. They're going to give us our best shot, and we're going to give them their best shot. Just being able to rely on each other, especially on the road. A lot of times we're here at Carver, we have our fan base here, we have that support, but on the road sometimes we don't have that. I mean,
we always want to be state champs, and to take down Iowa State first, that was awesome. So now we just got to move on to our next in-state rival, which is UNI. I feel like this team, we deserve the top 25, but obviously, like I said, we want to be higher, and we're going to work every day, and we're going to work our butts off to get a higher ranking than 25th.
Being able to rely on each other and believe in each other, I think that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
The Iowa women's basketball team will head up north to Cedar Falls for the game this weekend. Yesterday began the 2017 USA Diving Winter National Championships in Greensboro, North Carolina. UI divers Will Brenner and Anton Hohers are competing with 150 of the nation's best divers. Brenner scored a 243.85 off the 1-meter springboard, placing 19th overall. Hohers will compete for the Hawkeyes from off the platform on Friday afternoon. Now, over the years in college football, players and coaches come and go. But here at the University of Iowa, one constant remains: a voice. A voice Iowa fans from all across the country tune in their radios to every Saturday in the fall to listen to the Hawks beat down on the Big Ten. But the road to the press box isn't easy. This spring, DITV Sports is unveiling a new documentary featuring the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. But until then, here's a little sneak peek. Take a look.
Live from Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, this is Hawkeye Football.
I love listening to the radio. My folks had given me a little spin dial transistor radio when I was like in 3rd grade, and that's how I was introduced to Jack Buck and Harry Carey. You could bring in all these wonderful 50,000 watt radio stations at night and listen to all these great baseball announcers. That's kind of how I got hooked. So I get to my senior year in high school, and I'm thinking, well, you know what, I'll be pumping gas most of my life in Cascade, Iowa. I sat down with my guidance counselor. He said, well, what are you going to do with your life after you get out of high school? He said, did you ever think about mass communications or journalism? Well, I hadn't. And so we researched broadcast schools. I ended up in Minneapolis at Brown Institute, which is a great radio TV school. And then I just wanted to get out and work. Got my first job in Southern Illinois, down around St. Louis, kind of bounced around there to a couple different radio stations. So I get a call out of the blue one day from a member of the search committee here, and they said, hey, we're just curious as to why you haven't applied for the Iowa job. And he said, hey, we're going to hire a new play-by-play boy, brand new voice of the Hawks. So I applied, got the job.
9 seconds to play, and Drew Tate doesn't know that. The game's going to end on this play. He fires downfield. It's caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Touchdown, Iowa! No time on the clock.
Marvin McNutt on the catch.
on the final play of the game. The Hawkeyes defeat Michigan State 15-13. From the 23-yard line, it's a 33-yard kick. Tyler Kluver with a snap, the spot, the kick is on the way. It's good! It's good! Iowa wins 14-13. 14-13. Back to the future, 1985 revisited. And Iowa knocks off 9-0, unbeaten until now, the Michigan Wolverines.
21 years later, here we are.
Now, all of us here at DITV are very excited for the unveiling, so be sure to keep an eye out for that in the spring. That's all I have in the sports studio for today. Come back tomorrow for Mary Kate Herring and Zach Mackey's final pregame show of the year where they'll break down Iowa's matchup with Boston College in the Pinstripe Bowl. Guys, back to you.